Yo, what is up everybody? Today, it's your boy WWII Reflex here with some brand new information for you guys. So yesterday, or rather this morning, Call of Duty put out another teaser website. This is the very first one for this game, but this isn't the first time ever. In the past, there's been the Call of Duty Ghost teasers, there's been apps, there's been even the Dr. Salmon Snapchat, other websites. So this is the first one for this game. And pretty much it's a typewriter, and I'll show you the first set of codes that someone's already figured out. It's the first set of codes. I didn't figure this out. Someone else did, and you'll see exactly what happens. So as you guys can see, there's a bunch of green stuff here and here. So these will light up if you get the right code in. So you go like this, and you just type in your code, right? It's totally the wrong code, and then the light will shine red. So that's not what we need. So what we're going to put in, it comes in sets of fives, right? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots. So the first one is I, U, F, D, J. That's the first code. I already typed this in, so I don't have to do anything. The next code is B, H, L, O, P. So that's the second code. This one will then light up. So originally none of them are lit, so then this one will light up, and then your third code is J, M, U, B, A, and then that's your third code. I personally have no idea how people figure this out, but actually I do know how they figured it out. I totally lied to you. And then after that, it will automatically take you to something special, but for me, you gotta click here. So I flip the switch, since this just brings me back, and then now. So when you flip the switch, it brings you to this portfolio. On the portfolio on the front, there's some writing and names and stuff. I personally don't know what it says because I'm not good at reading those types of things. But anyways, when you click, the portfolio actually opens, and there's two pictures here. The first picture is of some prince or something. I'm not sure. We'll see that in a second. Then it has a few Latin and Greek words. I can't remember which one it is. Then there's a guy's actual name down there, Frederick Barbosa, or whatever it is. And then here's a picture of a young man, Raphael. Not too sure what the significance of these two things are, but this is here. So after that, where was it? So after this, we go over to this website, is where I found it. So this is the first website I actually went on this morning and where I found all this information. So, as you guys can see, it turns out that the brief image of the Nazi zombies, so yesterday there was a reveal trailer of the Nazi zombies picture, and there's a split second where you could took a screenshot and actually looked at the picture for yourself. It looks very beautiful. And there's actually this right here, this set of letters in that reveal trailer picture. So here's the picture. I haven't found where the people have actually hid, or not hid, rather found the numbers and letters and stuff. I assume it's probably like one of the corners somewhere or something. Somewhere definitely in here. I personally don't think it's anywhere in this area. But as you're saying, so somewhere in this picture, people have found the set of letters, and that's how we found the first code. Anyway, so back to this site. As we're reading. So when you actually input the messages in the beginning, it says a phrase back to you: "A new horror rises." I didn't actually tell you guys that because I totally forgot about it. So anyways, a new horror rises would seem to indicate this fearsome Nazi zombie army. After this message is spit out, a dossier appears, which was the folder, and then you could click it, open it, and it has those two images that we've seen right here. Here are the two images, which is actually sort of cool. And then next. The first image, so this guy, Frederick, his book, the first is of an old image that looks, internet, that looks almost like a relief or a page from an old book. It does. It reads, Sens de Imperator Romanus at the top, which means Holy Roman Emperor. So this person was a king. Beneath that reads Frederick Barbarossa. According to Wiki, Frederick I was also known as Frederick Barbarossa, was the Holy Roman Emperor from 1155 until his death. So anyways, he was the king at Germany in Frankfurt, which is awesome, I guess. I don't really know what significance it has, but anyways, this somehow ties into the storyline of zombies in Call of Duty, because zombies has totally evolved into its own culture, its own everything. Some people just buy this game to play zombies, which is crazy. So anyways, Frederick is also known as the subject of many legends, including the legend that he still remains alive, but rather asleep with his knights in a cave in Frankfurt Mountain, in the mountains in Germany, and that when the ravens cause to fly around the mountain, he will awake and restore Germany to its ancient greatness. It's pretty much just a legend about a dead zombie guy, sort of not like a zombie guy, but anyways, when there's going to be a bunch of ravens to fly around the mountain, some crazy stuff's going to go down, which is mind-blowing, but yeah, this is a true legend. Perhaps most importantly, Barbarossa was the code name used for the invasion of the Soviet Union by the Nazis. So obviously this all ties in. This is crazy how intricate and how funny these things are. And then we get to the second picture, which is also interesting. It might be more interesting. It depends on who you are. The second image is of Raphael, portrait of a young man, which was stolen by Nazis in Poland under Hans Frank and taken back to Berlin. If you guys don't know, during World War II, the Germans actually stole a bunch of art, not just from Poland, but from France, from pretty much any European country they could get their hands on. They stole pictures and stuff. If you guys haven't seen Monuments Men, was a U.S. division that specifically went and found German storage facilities filled with paintings and restored them back to the proper owners. Yet, still, many of those paintings have not been found or have been destroyed or are MIA. So anyways, that's actually sort of a fun fact that's real. So this probably is an actual painting. Never actually did look it up, but there's still hundreds of paintings missing. So then back to Warsaw. From there, nobody knows. Nobody knows where it is. The painting has never been seen since, and it's estimated worth 100 million today, which is ridiculous. Also, I'm not sure how this whole thing works, but apparently, if you go on your phone, sorry, no, not on your phone, right here, this number appears right over. We're gonna go back to the decoder because it's actually on the typewriter itself. So if you go here, you could take a look right down there. You can't actually highlight that, but as you guys can see, right down there it says number, and then it has all these coordinates and stuff. So these are actually coordinates to a point in Dunkirk, France. So I'm going to give you a short version of this. So pretty much during World War II, Dunkirk, the Germans were advancing on the British. They were very close to wiping them all out. One night, Hitler decided not to go and attack them. So the British had enough time to retreat to the edge of the I guess sea or big crossing of water, and they managed to get over 300,000 British troops. Was it out or they brought in 300,000 troops? I honestly can't remember. Yeah, sorry, they evacuated 300,000 troops. Sometimes I get this mixed up. Anyways, so the British avoid a giant massacre, which is amazing for them. And then Hitler later on realized that was a bad mistake. And anyways, this was a big win for the Allies, even though they did technically run away. But anyways, this was called the Miracle of Dunkirk. I learned about this in school. I thought it was pretty interesting. Personally, my favorite war of World War II was Vimy Ridge, where the Canadians stormed the hill. Now there's a giant monument. It's Canadian soil. It's pretty cool. If you guys ever get a chance to go to France, you got to go to Vimy Ridge. It's amazing. And then here's the part where I was talking about. Personally, I don't know how this works. There's another number found in the mobile version of the dossier, but it says form YMF 212514 1212123 I don't know what anybody knows. As of this writing, nobody's cracked the latest clue. If you hear anything, let this guy know. But anyways, so this is clue number 2, but nobody knows what this is, which is sort of funny. But anyways, if you guys do crack the code, tell me down below, because that'd be crazy to know if one of you guys found it. But if you guys like this video, drop a thumbs up. Tell me what you guys think of all this, because personally, I think this is all fascinating. How day number 2, a new teaser comes out. I love Activision. I love Sledgehammer. I love Treyarch. I love all these guys. If you guys are Call of Duty fans like me, you guys know all this cool stuff always comes out. And I think I'm gonna end it here on this thing, because this thing is awesome. I love just clicking on this. And stay frosty, guys. Until next time, WWII Reflex out.